Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Iliana Magra, and here are the top headlines of the day in Greece. In a press conference after the conclusion of yesterday's EU Council, Greek Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis stated that in early April he will present the main points of the new 12-year armaments plan to Parliament. We can disagree on many things, the PM said, but I want to believe that at least on issues of defense spending, we can find a common framework of understanding as the country's deterrence capability is a prerequisite for freedom and prosperity. He also expressed concern about the latest developments in Turkey. Respect for political freedoms is a key component of democracy. He added that there is no scheduled date for a visit of his to Ankara. In the lengthy press conference, Mr. Mitsotakis also discussed amending Article 86 of the Constitution, the issue of immigration, and his potential meeting with US President Donald Trump. The Prime Minister stated that no meeting has been scheduled so far between the two leaders. I believe it will happen at some point, he told reporters, but I have nothing specific to tell you. He did, however, emphasize that relations between Greece and the US remain stable. Now, Greece has charged more than 20 people and arrested 5 managers and employees at the State Town Planning Service on the island of Rhodes for violations ranging from breach of duty to bribery and document forgery. Police said last night that more than 600,000 euros and 77 gold pounds were confiscated from the homes of those detained. The police investigation was launched after a member of the public tipped them off that town planning employees were asking for bribes of up to 100,000 euros, for example, for cases involving illegal constructions. 7 people have been arrested in total, including an architect who police believe is the leader of the group. In other news, it was announced earlier today that Stavros Kalafatis, a New Democracy MP from Thessaloniki, has been appointed as Deputy Minister for Research and Innovation at the Ministry for Development. He will replace Aristos Doxiadis, who resigned just over a day after joining the government. The 59-year-old Mr. Kalafatis, who has previously served as deputy and alternate minister in other New Democracy-led governments, will be sworn in this afternoon at the presidential mansion. Now, earlier today, Foreign Minister George Gerapetritis held meetings with all Greek parliamentary party leaders to brief them on the Cyprus issue. The leader of the main opposition party and president of PASOK, Nikos Androulakis, stated that during the meeting he reiterated his party's position for a fair solution to the Cyprus issue based on UN resolutions, counter to the opportunistic choices of Turkey for the division of the island. Sokratis Famelos, the president of Syriza party, said that it is unbelievable that 50 years later the Cyprus issue is still ongoing. This week's conversation opens a window of opportunity which needs to be seized soon, this summer, he added. He reiterated his position that Cyprus should become a bizonal, bicommunal federation, that all troops should leave, and that the occupation in Cyprus over the last 50 years should be terminated. In other news, diplomatic sources have reportedly stated that Greece has extended a visa scheme for Turkish nationals wishing to visit certain Aegean islands for another year. The agreement, which was first signed in December 2023, allows Turkish citizens and their families to visit 12 Greek islands for a week without having to apply for full access to the European Union's passport-free travel zone. Following approval by the European Commission, the tourist visa scheme will now be extended until April 2026. Now, the trial of Dimitris Lignadis, the former artistic director of the National Theatre of Greece, has been postponed to November 10. Lignadis' new defense lawyers requested the postponement earlier today in order to review the case file, citing unexpected events in the previous defense. His former lawyer, Alexis Koulias, passed away last month. It should be noted that nearly 3 years ago, Lignadis was sentenced to 12 years in prison for the rapes of 2 17-year-olds. The court acquitted him of the rape of an adult and the rape of a 16-year-old. The prosecution did not object to the postponement request today, stating that they had been informed of the situation and understood the reasoning behind the request. And that was all for today. Have a great weekend, and ladies and gentlemen, tune in again on Monday for the only English language news bulletin in the country.